What drives our minds to formulate the darkest, most evil of plans? Is it gain? Or perhaps is it the difficulty of circumstance? Or could it just be that sometimes people are just that way by nature, and it just takes something to bring it out? Today, we will be learning of a story that begs that very question. This event inspired one of Charles Dickens' stories and created a first of many years in the Victorian era. This is the Bermondsey Horror. Marie Deroux was born in 1821 in the Swiss city of Lausanne. She came to England, where she immediately started work in domestic service. She began as maid to Lady Polk in Devon, and then became maid to Lady Blantyre in Stafford House in London. During this time, Marie made acquaintance of a man by the name of Patrick O'Connor, a worker at London docks. This was the beginning of a long friendship. 1 year later, she married a publican by the name of Frederick George Manning. Mr. Manning had quite a colourful background. He had worked on the railways, but had been discharged when people suspected he had been stealing. Throughout this marriage, Marie's friendship with Patrick continued, as well as being popular at the docks for his working. O'Connor was also a moneylender, charging interest at an extraordinary rate. This meant the man was incredibly rich and invested his money wisely. There was a twist in the tale, however. Marie's husband was well aware of the friendship, and together, the Mannings put together a deadly plan. On 9th of August 1849, the plan was put into action, and O'Connor had his life taken at the home of his friend. After a close-range shooting, O'Connor was buried under flagstones in the kitchen. He was discovered a week later, on 17th of August. He was found when a police officer discovered a damp flagstone from being disturbed, and the earth was soft. That same day, Marie actually visited the lodgings of her friend, where she stole his railway shares and his money. She completed the robbery the next day, taking anything left behind. However, yet another twist was occurring. The married couple were planning to double-cross each other. Marie fled with most of the taken loot, while her husband had fled with the rest. Marie was found in Edinburgh, and she was found trying to exchange some of O'Connor's money. A list of his stolen properties had been published, making them traceable. Frederick was caught on the island of Jersey. They were both tried at the Old Bailey over the 25th and 26th of October 1849. O'Connor's stockbroker gave evidence, saying that he knew of the shares by the numbers and by his own initials. During the trial, Frederick said that he did not like O'Connor very much. In the end, himself and Marie were found guilty and sentenced to have their lives ended. Marie yelled that the British were a perfidious race. The couple briefly reconciled before their final moments at Horsemonger Lane Jail on the 13th of November 1949, where they lie together now. Broadsides of the incident were published for street corners everywhere, garnering much popularity. Charles Dickens actually sent a letter to the Times, speaking of the wickedness of the crowds at the trial, and later, one of the characters in his novel Bleak House was penned after Marie. This is the end of the terrible tale, proving that in the end greed never pays.